world for hospitality marketing, SDR marketing, Airbnb marketing, showing you how you can get your own direct bookings where you don't have to rely on those naughty OTAs for your behalf. All right, so today what we're going to talk about, something very special. We're going to talk about an exciting partnership with one of the leading property management software companies in the world. But before that, let's begin with a nice little rap.
This is a freestyle. I'm going off the dome. Ready for my close-up. Good looking. Let me tell you, get more bookings.
Oh, that'd be nice. Giving me tips, tools, and advice.
Yeah, you're gonna get them, hon. You're gonna sit back, listen to Mark Simpson. Whoa, having a blast. Gonna get it on the Boostly podcast. Boostly like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loosely. If you want my respect, you better book direct. Here are the words in the podcast, that's what comes next.
Okay, welcome everybody. So please let me know who's watching live with me. Put a hashtag live in the comments. If you're on the replay, leave a hashtag replay and let me know where you are tuning in from around the world. So a big part of Boostly that you may not know is we do websites. We've been doing websites since 2018. It was the hospitality community group that where we first started because there was a member that came into the community, was complaining about their website designer, and I recommended somebody. They couldn't do the work, so I just thought, you know what, we're just going to do it. And that began this whole rabbit hole that we've gone right down, and we're coming out the other end where we're now one of the #1 recommended website agencies in the whole industry, which is fantastic. And we've been very fortunate over the last 5-6 years to be able to get to know some of the best property management softwares out there, got to know some amazing people from speaking at events and doing podcasts and webinars, etc. And what I want to announce today is a very cool partner with somebody that I've known for a while. In fact, I was doing a little bit of research before going live and doing this podcast episode. And back in 2019, you can see on the screen right now, I had one of my first interviews with Mr. David Jacoby. If you see the screen right now, if you're watching on the live, if you're watching on the video, this is from 2019. We had just got back from traveling, and this is at my father-in-law's office as I was recording a video. Please do go check it out, because if you compare it to what I used to do to what I've got now, it's crazy. Still got the hat, obviously, but the setup is a lot better. But anyway, on that topic, we discussed with Mr. David Jacoby of Hostfully all about the power of self-check-ins and the future of self-check-ins. And also we were talking about digital guidebooks, which is obviously what Hostfully are probably known for most in my community. But what they also have is a property management software, or a PMP, property management platform, as they like to call it. And over the years, what I've been trying to do with Boostly and what we've been trying to do behind the scenes is make the guest booking process as smooth as possible. And what we're able to do with the technology that we've created, with the people that we've got working behind the scenes, is that we've been able to create websites now that are as smooth and as seamless and as work just as well as Airbnb, but you don't have to pay millions for the privilege, which is awesome. And because we've been doing this work and because we've been creating this software and this technology, we've caught the attention of the biggest PMS providers in the world. So, you know, the amazing people like Guesty and Hostaway, Uplist and Ziva, you name it, they're grabbing the attention. And Hostfully, we've known for a while, we've been working alongside doing something slightly different. But with the technology now, we've now come on board where we can offer this smooth, seamless transition. And we've been working for about the last 3 or 4 months to get it all ready and signed off. And I'm so excited that this morning, very early hours of this morning, I got the email from the team that's based over on the West Coast of America to say, yep, we're good to go. Here's the press release. Here's the information. Let's go and announce it. So this is me today saying that Boostly and Hostfully have got a really cool partnership, a real cool link up. Now, every single Hostfully customer can have a direct booking website with Boostly and the smooth, seamless transaction for your guest. So it's a win-win-win. So it's a win for Hostfully members, because you'll be able to have a website, a WordPress website that's going to turn lookers into bookers. It's a win for your guest because you're going to build that trust. You're going to build that accountability. You're going to build that responsibility, that all those big words, to where you can basically get someone land on your website and you are going to be confident it's going to turn from a looker into a booker. But it's also a win for Boostly because we've now got another amazing partnership to add to our other 11 that we have. So real big news from our end today. Super excited. There's loads of other cool things happening behind the scenes. I just announced on social media over the last couple of days that we've got the amazing Alison Kazi-Lebtard has come on board to help him with business development. So one of the big things behind the scenes is that we've been having to do so many calls and people wanting to get in contact with us about building a website. There's too much for just me and Tom to do now. So we've got Alison on board, joining Liam, which is great. So now there's more people to speak to. It means we've got more team members. That means there's more websites that can go through the system. We've added on so much more staff behind the scenes, API people, project managers, development. It's all happening really quickly. And I'm so lucky to have fantastic people behind me to mean that this is all just smooth and seamless and it's all going in the right direction, which is the main thing. Talking about partnerships, talking about sponsorships, talking about trust, just want to say a massive thank you to our podcast sponsor, which is iPrac. So iPrac, you'll have seen the interview that I did with Chris Mon, who's the founder of iPrac. You know when we're talking about trust, you know when we're talking about direct bookings, you know when we're talking about a system that you can trust. iPrac is that one. I've been working with them for a long time now. They've come on board as the podcast and the content sponsor. Every single Boostly listener, and this is exclusive to Boostly, gets a £200 discount when you sign up. All you need to do is to mention Boostly when you go for and book a demo in with them. They've got the largest accreditation service that's out there for our SDR industry, got over 10,000 members, and it's a worldwide organization. So if you want to build that trust with your guests, do go check them out. And again, thank you to iPrac for sponsoring, which is fantastic. And I'm just so lucky now we're at a point in this sort of progression with what we're doing is that the Book Direct movement, above and beyond, is getting the biggest support behind it. I always say I didn't start the Book Direct movement, but we are the biggest promoters of it, the biggest supporters of it, and we are the loudest of it. And so everything is coming together nicely. We've got a really big community and it's growing and growing and growing. And what we're doing is re-educating hosts, just like yourself, on how to get direct bookings. But what I'm also doing is we can teach you how to re-educate your guests. And if we can keep doing this and keep progressing like we have been, we're going to get the attention of the OTAs. So thank you so much for being part of this journey. Thank you so much for tuning into this podcast. Doesn't matter whether you're on the audio version, the video version, or just reading the blog post. Please do make sure you leave a comment below and say hello and say hi and leave all your feedback in the comments and stuff. If you're a Hostfully user, please come and say hi in the comments below. I'm looking forward to speaking to so many more Hostfully people as we go and helping them get a website that they're going to be proud of, which is so cool. So I'll be back very soon with another podcast episode. This is all for today. I just want to say thank you to David and Margot and the whole team at Hostfully. I've spoken to everybody over the course of the last 3 months. A massive thank you to everybody that's part of this journey, and let's keep going and let's try as much as we possibly can to spread the hashtag Book Direct movement. All right, have a great day. Whatever you're doing, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and I'll be back very soon with the #1 podcast for marketing in the STR, hospitality, Airbnb industry. Thank you so much for tuning in.
This is a freestyle. I'm going off the dome. Ready for my close-up. Good looking. Let me tell you, get more bookings.
Oh, that'd be nice, giving me tips, tools and advice.
Yeah, you're gonna get them, hon. You're gonna sit back, listen to Mark Simpson. Whoa, having a blast. Gonna get it on the Boostly podcast. Boostly like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loosely. If you want my respect, you better book direct. Here are the words in the podcast, that's what